Dan, yeah, we're at the Merchants House Museum. It's a nearly 200-year-old house, and yes, it is indeed haunted, not just by the experiences of people who visited here, and there have been plenty of them, but also by bona fide scientific paranormal activity. We are in one of the glorious rooms of the house. This is a 4-story house. It is spectacular. All of the moldings, the columns, and the furnishings, they have worked so hard here at the museum to keep it original. But let's talk about what makes this so spectacular, especially at Halloween time. We want to talk to a paranormal investigator, Dan Sturgis. Thanks so much for being here with us. We cannot cram enough of the stories that we have been swapping into this little itty-bitty interview. But suffice it to say, you've been touched, other people have been touched, you've heard people walking around, pianos playing when they don't even function. Wow.
Well, yeah, exactly. Wow, and thanks for being here. But yeah, we've had plenty experiences, and we were talking before this started, and this house is just busting with activity. So it's a cool place to be.
And especially during the 4 days leading up to Halloween. I know you're doing a lot here, and you're doing tours. Talk about the scientific information that you're actually able to gather now to prove haunting.
Well, scientific is a tough word to use with what we're doing, but I'm sure there are scientists out there that their heads would explode. But we are doing a lot of investigating here. Over the last 13, 14 years that I've been investigating, I've been able to collect a lot of data and a lot of disembodied voices in parapsychology. That's called EVP, standing.
And talk about what they've heard. What do you hear on the tape?
Well, the one that got me in here was a little girl up in the servants' quarters. We had an investigator say, there's no reason for anybody to be afraid. We're just here to see if we can talk to you. And at the tail end of the clip, we can hear a little girl say, "I am not afraid." So she was responding to a direct phrase that the other investigator said.
And another woman said something to a woman as she looked at herself in the mirror.
Yes, we had a guest investigator here, and we were up in Mrs. Treadwell's room, which is right above the room we're in right now. And she was looking in Mrs. Treadwell's mirror, and she asked Mrs. Treadwell, "Do you think I'm pretty?" And we got a response, which sounds like a female voice saying, "Pleasant enough."
Which is not something that we would say today.
No.
It seems very much a phrasing of the time.
Very much so, and not something, when was the last time you said pleasant enough?
Never.
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Girl, you're hot." And talk to me about,
you'd be right, too.
What's the question or the inquiry that went on about the piano? Because we know that it seems that ghosts are especially attracted to music.
Right, yeah, you're right. And, there's a lot of study that goes into that, and that's a whole other segment. But we had the same investigator, the same guest investigator. She was we were in Mr. Treadwell's room, which is in the room right in front of us, above us. And she asked Mr. Treadwell if he knew how to play the piano. And we got a response, which sounds like a male voice, saying, "I strike the keys in succession." And then it trails off. We couldn't figure out what it said after that. There continued on. But.
And you send these out to actual forensic evaluators, because as a television person, I said, "Hey, come on, you can't get this past me." It's easy enough to just, slap something on there afterwards.
Sure, absolutely, 100%. And I love when people call me out on things.
That's awesome. Dan Sturgis, you have been so much fun.
Awesome.
Thank you this morning for being with us. If you want to get in on the haunted tours, go ahead and check out the Merchants House Museum website, because they may be putting up even more offerings for the Halloween season.